Hello, welcome to Built on the Rock Homestead. I hope you can see me okay. I'm sitting on the ground with Sarah here, my livestock guardian dog, and Joel, a bottle baby, who is happy to be out of the house. Usually I have him out of the house all the time, but there's nobody else her age, so she has nobody to snuggle with, and we've been having a lot of rain, so I've been having a hard time videotaping because of all the bad weather. But I thought I'd try today. And what I wanted to talk about was I wanted to share my story of getting a farm dog, my very first farm dog. And because I'm hoping my mistake might help you avoid such a mistake. Especially if you don't have any dogs, or you basically just have a house dog and you're thinking you need a farm dog, some dog that's going to be outside 24/7 maybe. At the time, I had a ranch hand who started thinking we needed a guard dog. We had goats. We were going to be getting baby goats. In the very near future, our goats would be kidding. And we have a pretty heavy predator load here. Not just your typical raccoons, armadillos, possums, which have all been seen on the property, but we've actually seen a bobcat on the property. There has been a mountain lion. Actually, I believe one killed one of my goats when I had the goats outside without a guard dog in the vicinity. And he's been spotted on a game cam. Same with a bear. I believe I had a bear here not too long ago, like just a few months ago. It was in the middle of the night, I just heard a growl. But there has been a Mexican, there's been a bear sighting in the area. So, we do have a very heavy load predator. Coyotes galore. I hear coyotes all the time. So when he started talking about the need for getting a guard dog, having somebody to help protect these goats, I couldn't say no. It made total sense. But at the time, I hadn't really done a lot of research. I was starting the research, but I really hadn't done enough research yet. When an opportunity came to adopt a dog, about, 20 minutes or so, there is two highways intersect in the middle of nowhere, and there's a little corner store there. Sells a lot of jerky that they make. You can get gas there they don't even put the price tag. It's like, if you have to ask what the price is, you don't need gas. But honestly, if you're low on gas, it's a half an hour or more in all four directions. So you just don't ask the price. You just get gas. But they have a lot of, some food and stuff. Just, it's a nice pit. They got bathrooms, nice little pit stop. And we stop there a lot to use the restrooms, get a candy bar, whatever. And so we're on our way home. We'd been, talking about dogs, looking for dogs, kind of looking for dogs for a very long time, or several months at least. And I stopped there, and the owners of the place, they know us. These people know who the regulars are who stop there, versus those who are traveling and see a store in the middle of nowhere, and I mean the middle of nowhere. You've been traveling for 30 minutes or more and seeing nothing but ranches, not even a building this whole time. So to see a store, it's like, whoa, there's a store. If you have to go to the bathroom, they got bathrooms. That's a great business idea. So we stopped there, and the owners, I had to use the restroom. My ranch hand is in the truck, and I come out. I go to the store to get something, a snack, and one of the owners sees me, and she's like, hey, would you like a dog? And I'm like, well, so I went and I looked at this dog, and apparently this dog who seemed so sweet and adorable, had just shown up there. And it's blatantly obvious that somebody had dumped the dog out there, which honestly, people will go out in the boonies and dump their cats and dogs all the time. It is so common. It's wrong. A lot of these animals can't survive on their own. They get killed, but it happens. So the fact that this dog had been dumped really was not an alarm bell to me. I went and I got my ranch hand, and he came and evaluated, looked at the dog too. And this dog seemed so sweet. So we said yes, we'd take the dog. And we loaded the dog up in the truck and came home. And honestly, I mean, all I had was that dog kennel behind the house that I have the ducks and geese in right now. Put the dog in there. We weren't prepared for a dog. Didn't have any other dogs. I mean, I did not have any dogs at the time. Excuse me. So, you know, one of the first things I did was call the vet. You know, a few days later, we made the very long drive to the vet. Got the dog checked out. And I might have had a goat with me too. I can't remember. Might have brought one of my goats that had issues. I just can't remember. But had the dog checked out. The dog had not been spayed, and so scheduled that. Money that now looking back, I wish I hadn't spent. But got the dog spayed and everything. In the meantime, some children came to stay with me for a few months. They loved the dog. But we started noticing rather quickly some serious issues with this dog. First of all, couldn't control the dog. Dog had never had any training whatsoever. Dog was very hyper. But worse than that was that it was a very strong dog. So the dog was escaping out of the dog kennel. So I had to get a tether. And first we went for the thick cables. Dog would chew through that. I mean, wound up eventually chaining this dog because nothing else worked. The dog would literally lift up that 10 by 10 dog kennel and get under it. It couldn't dig under. It wasn't, we'd hit rock. So I knew the dog wasn't digging under, and you could tell the dog was not digging under. The dog was literally lifting it up and going under. And any kind of cable, the dog would just chew right through. The only thing that kept that dog halfway confined was a chain. The problem was the dog had a big neck compared to the head. And no matter how tight we made that collar, the dog could still get it off. And we would be like, okay, there is no way that dog can escape. No way. And we'd get up in the morning and the dog would be back in this paddock chasing the goats. Every other day it seemed like the dog would be in this paddock just chasing and chasing the goats. There was plenty of evidence to tell us this dog was going to kill one of our animals. Whether it was a chicken or a goat, it did not matter. That dog was going to kill one of our animals. I did not have rabbits at that time. I just had the chickens and the goats and a cat. 2 cats at the time. And it was no question. And in fact, I know since getting rid of that dog that the dog has killed cats, city cats. This dog was dangerous. And here it is. No matter what I've tried, I cannot keep this dog confined. No matter what I do, I couldn't keep it confined. And it was chasing and harassing the animals. So after only having this dog maybe 3 months? I mean, it wasn't very long. I grew to hate this dog. I've never hated a dog before. I love animals. But I actually grew to hate the dog. And when you've come to hate an animal, you need to get rid of it. When an animal is dangerous, you need to get rid of it. One of the issues, besides that I was afraid it was going to kill one of my animals, is what happens if it, up to that point, it would just get into the goat paddock and chase all the goats. What happens if it gets bored of that and she runs to the neighbors? Not very far away, there are sheep. There's other livestock. I mean, I'm surrounded by sheep and goats. What if this dog gets over there and kills one of those animals? I had to get rid of this dog. So I started putting up ads all over Facebook and Craigslist, any place I could think of, that this dog, this was the issues with this dog, a sweet dog, but the dog needed to be in the city. Well, I never got any bites off those ads, but circumstances showed up where somebody related to my ranch hand lost his dog, and for comfort asked about taking our dog, my dog. And we're like, you can have the dog. And he didn't keep the dog for very long, but there was somebody else the family knew that the dog went with. Somebody who, it was a perfect combination. A guy who knew how to handle this dog, because this dog needed some major training and other, while it was staying with the relative, I got a call because I had chipped this dog, and I actually got a call that somebody had found the dog, and nobody at the house even was aware the dog had disappeared. It happened so fast. Ouch. Get out of it. Stop biting my hair. No. I mean, that's how, they thought the dog was confined in the house, and here the dog was a total stranger who took it to the vet. So we had to make all these phone calls to get hold of the family member who was supposed to have custody of this dog to go pick up the dog. So since then, I know the dog has killed a few cats. The last I heard, I really don't even, I have no contact with that ranch hand anymore. The last he had heard was that the dog was in doggy jail, but he didn't know why. So I don't even know if that dog is alive today. The dog may have bit somebody and be put down. Get away from the phone. I don't know what happened. After getting rid of that dog, basically getting rid of my nightmare, is when, by this time, I had joined a bunch of livestock guardian dog groups, and I knew what we needed was livestock guardian dogs. Not a mutt, not a rescue, but dogs whose genetics would be to guard livestock. And I started looking around. I was not picky about breed. Today I would be picky. When Sarah and Houston leave, when their life here is over with, I probably won't get another Great Pyrenees. I love them. I think they're beautiful dogs. My issue is they dig and escape all the time. Now, I don't know for a fact if I'll get this breed or I'll decide on a different breed. I'm going to do more research on the different breeds. I know some of them are, like Great Pyrenees are very, they can get attached to families and be very good protection for children. Whereas some of the other livestock guardian dog breeds, I know you wouldn't want to have them around children. They really honestly don't care about people. And, there's different personalities. The thing is, I'm going to do more research. Another thing that if you are looking for a farm dog, do your homework, because a herding breed is totally different than a guardian breed. if I can find it, I'll put a link in the description of a video on YouTube showing you the difference between a herding breed, Border Collie, and a livestock guardian dog breed, a Great Pyrenees. Totally different personality, totally different abilities, totally different natural instincts, and if you breed the two, you make a crazy dog. So you don't even want to even think about getting a dog that maybe one parent was a Border Collie and one was a Great Pyrenees, because you're rolling the dice. You just don't want to do that. So, but if you're looking at getting a farm dog, you really need to do some research. And don't take the first thing that comes along like I did. That was a major mistake. Thankfully, it never killed any of my animals. Prairie! No! No! She bit the fence and was pulling on it. You know, there's a lot of difference between, you know, there's three categories. There's your general farm dog that might make a great pet. Could be an inside-outside dog. All sorts of things. Sarah. Then there's the livestock guardian dog breeds and the herder breeds. These are three different categories of dogs. Sarah, some of the hunting breeds could be a good farm dog, or they may be a disaster because they have hunting and they might find your chickens great to hunt. So I just wanted to share you that story. And I think I'll quit now. I probably talked long enough, and I am being overrun by dogs. So hope my story enlightens you and makes you think, and helps you out if you're thinking of getting some kind of farm dog. Take care, and thanks for listening.